Hoy hoy, I'm Pavo.
And I'm Neil.
And welcome to episode 57 of That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
It's a weekly digest, and your weekly digest of everything that you need to know in the Star Wars universe. And we are very, very, very close.
1 week.
1 week. We have
this
episode, and then we have next week's episode. This episode's going to be a little bit different. We've got a tiny little bit of news.
Yep.
And but then I sent you a message yesterday saying maybe we should think up the weirdest, craziest theories for The Last Jedi and just see how far we can push it.
I mean, when you told me this, I sat and thought, and I thought, well, which angle are we going to go for this? Are we going... Because you could go stupid, couldn't you? And I thought, well, no, I don't want it to be out of the realms of complete possibility.
Well, I think the couple that I've chosen are probably really stupid.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think any of mine would be chosen, and they are pretty like that. But it's not something that you would go, you know, like, I don't know, Luke is Batman or something like that, sort of stupid.
That was one of mine. Okay, anyway, just pick on the little bit of news.
Yeah, absolutely. A very, very quick piece. Rian Johnson has quashed the rumours that the new trilogy that he will be directing, whenever that will be, would be the Knights of the Old Republic. Now, he did issue a quick quote, and I'll just read that. And he said, Knights of the Old Republic. I played that game when it first came out, and it was like, God, I loved that. Yeah, that's a fantastic game, and I understand it. The instinct to automatically go to something that you know and love, that you've already seen. To me, what's really fun is the notion of what new stuff we are going to be able to see and what new stories we can tell. So I think, you know, because we ran a poll, didn't we, on the Twitter page of this, and everybody wanted to see that as the new trilogy. Well, bad luck, folks. It's not coming. So I just wanted to say that before we went any further. Okay. Because I thought it was quite important news.
Yeah, I got a funny feeling that's going to be a TV show. I really think they could delve into that in a TV show. And by all accounts, it's going to be something completely different, completely new.
Original, isn't it?
An original. Let's worry about Last Jedi, and then hopefully in the new year we'll get some kind of information on.
Well, next up it'll be the Han Solo trailer, won't it?
It will be. That's the one to worry about, I think.
Yeah. Right. Let's go crazy theories. Wouldn't it be bizarre?
Right.
If we thought of the same crazy theory?
It would be. I'm going to give you my first one. I did give you this. Right. So my first theory is since The Force Awakens came out, there were two main questions that came out of The Force Awakens. Who is Snoke and who is Rey's parents?
Yeah.
Now, for a theory, I don't know whether this theory has ever been thought up before. It may well do if you go on the internet. But I quashed those two questions in one theory. Now, what happens if... Now, it's obvious that Leia and Han didn't have the perfect relationship.
No.
I think that's safe to say.
He was a scallywag.
He was a scoundrel.
He was.
He was a scoundrel.
He was a scoundrel.
He was.
Wasn't he? Nerf herder.
So Leia, they've defeated the Empire. Leia is there, feeling very frustrated, and Han is off chasing whatever kind of thing he's chasing with Chewie, having a man bromance.
A chewmance.
Wookie, yeah, wookmance.
A womance.
A womance. That'll do. And then this guy comes along with flowing golden robes. You know, all right, he's looking a bit crusty around the face, but he's, hey Leia, you know, come and see me. Oh, he got a bit of force powers, obviously. Got some kind of force powers that she is sort of, her mind is sort of like tuning into. And all of a sudden, they're bumping uglies.
Oh.
In Snoke's case, literally bumping uglies. And what if Snoke and Leia had Rey as a kid?
God, that would...
Now, it's obvious that Rey is very powerful in the Force.
Yeah.
Now, and obviously there seems to be some kind of conflict between the light and the dark. Would that be because she's got a bit of light and dark inside her?
Could be.
Like Leia did?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yay.
So that's my theory. What if Snoke plus Leia equals Rey?
And you're going to have that awful flashback of them doing the dirties.
Yeah.
She's floating on the darks. I mean, you could change it around. Who's to say Snoke is a male? They've never said he. There's always General Snoke, right? He might just be.
Supreme Chancellor.
It can be a female, though. You can be a female.
No, he doesn't look.
No, well, he
female.
doesn't look it, but then he doesn't sound it, and granted, but then he may be on 20 death sticks a day.
Yeah, and those bushy eyebrows. Those bushy eyebrows are.
You know, he's lost so much weight, he's got no shape or figure. And it wasn't Leia, it was Han, while he was on his womance, that did it the dirties with
Snoke.
Yeah, Lady Snoke.
Yeah, I can't see it myself. I'm
There
looking
you go.
at he looks very flat-chested. If that is the case.
Why I went so high pitch?
Yeah.
Well,
So again, we're probably going to say this all through this episode that I know that isn't going to be the case. I was just trying to think of something that quashes those two burning. They're not so much burning questions now, are they?
No.
People, especially the what is Rey's parentage. People have tended to sort of not bothered to ask that question anymore.
it's a good theory. It's not a silly theory, is it?
Because obviously Leia knows who Snoke is.
She's got to have.
Yeah, because she even says, she says to Han, it was Snoke when they talk about Kylo Ren. But and then that would make Rey and Kylo Ren brother and sister.
Yeah, it was Snoke. Whoa.
Yeah, that would make them related.
Yeah. Well, people have said that all along, haven't they? And then that would hint to some of the questions we had in the trailer.
I'm getting myself quite turned with that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
turned on. I'm getting myself. I'm actually convinced. Even as much as when I thought about it originally, how ridiculous it sounds, I'm actually kind of thinking, pretty
it was
good.
seriously makes mine seem a bit extreme.
What makes yours seem extreme?
Yeah,
okay, what's your first one then?
Well, let's go to Snoke, as we're talking about Snoke. And like you said, people want to know who he is and things about him. But what if Snoke wasn't actually the bad guy?
Okay.
What if it's Obi-Wan Kenobi undercover? Okay?
So hang on. So what you're saying that Snoke is Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
And he's undercover as Snoke, so he's dressed and playing the part, thus being able to take down the Empire or the Imperials once and for all.
Okay. But
Obi-Wan
Kenobi is a Force ghost.
Well, we assume.
Well, we've seen him as a Force ghost.
I know, but he could be regenerated. Who was it? Plagueis could bring people back from the dead, wasn't it?
Well, he was thought to have been able to bring,
and they
people
speak
back
about it
from
in
the
Revenge of the Sith.
They do.
Maybe for the greater good. He talks to Yoda's Force Ghost. They're Force Ghosting away in the Force Ghost Cantina, and he says, "Look, we're never going to be able to stop."
In the Force Ghost, they got their own cantina.
Yeah, I told you mine's pretty out there.
So they can't have like a section in a real cantina. They have to have their.
No, they got to have their own because otherwise the blue milk or whatever they're going to be drinking just goes straight through. It has to be Force Ghost milk.
Okay.
Yeah, all right, just bear with me.
No, I'm bearing with you,
Right, you never know.
No.
But what I'm saying is...
Every theory is
maybe
valid.
You've only seen him as a hologram, okay? And in the trailer you see him, he looks a bit more real. He looks
very real.
Yeah, but then they might have worked on their hologram thing.
Okay.
Whatever. So Obi-Wan is Snoke. Snoke's he's in there undercover, setting them all up for the big... let's get rid of them once and for all, the Imperial.
So,
hence why the next trilogy is not going to be anything to do with these.
So then, in your theory, then Obi-Wan Kenobi has built Starkiller Base, and has fired and blown up 5 planets full of people,
collateral damage,
just so that he keeps his cover not blown.
Yeah.
So he has literally killed 15 billion people to make sure that.
Well, we assume there was
First Order.
We assume there was that many people on there. They didn't send a starship and evacuate the planets first.
No, well, we saw that Hosian Prime, which is the center of the Republic.
Yeah,
that went, didn't it? That blew up.
It did.
Which would have had
You know, I'm not saying it's a flawless plan.
I'm not saying it's a flawless plan at all.
You know, and there would always be a little bit of collateral damage. Nobody moaned, like Kevin Smith said, that all those people on the Death Star that just had everyday jobs.
Oh, I'm sure lots of people moaned. I'm sure there's lots of people that moaned that they thought they were just going to, oh yeah, we'll get up tomorrow and we'll do another day's work. It's funny you say that because there are a couple of stories in that that book that I was listening to, I can't remember what it's called now, from a certain point of view. Where it's people that have like their clerical jobs or their jobs are checking weapons and stuff, and how the boring day-to-day life of...
Because there must have been thousands of them.
Absolutely thousands, yeah.
Of them.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to run that efficiently.
Yeah.
Just throwing it out there, though, that's all. It's a crazy theory.
It's a crazy theory,
you
thumbs
know?
up.
Yeah. That's all. You know, I'm not saying it's what's going to happen.
I would say that one, is crazier than Snoke and Leia
you
having
haven't seen
sex.
anything yet.
Right, okay. My second one is what, through all of the movies, and to a certain extent Rogue One, what is the common thread through all of the movies?
Good versus evil.
As in character.
The good overcome evil.
That's the same answer to a different question.
I know.
Characters. What characters are the link to all of the movies?
Are you actually wanting character names? Is that what you mean?
Well, that would help.
Like Darth Vader, the Skywalkers.
No, Darth Vader isn't in the first couple, is he?
No.
Neither is Luke.
Well, Anakin is. Skywalkers.
Well, that's not Darth Vader, though.
Yeah, but I said the Skywalkers.
I don't know.
Obi-Wan?
No.
The Emperor?
No.
Palpatine? Come on. Come on. I could be here all day.
R2-D2 and C-3PO.
Okay.
Mainly R2-D2. Now, what if, this is my theory, and it's a crazy theory.
Well, that's what it is.
What if the whole saga is just a story that R2-D2 is playing in his memory banks while he's powering up? He's just telling himself this story because he is the through point of every single episode. Even when it comes to Rogue One, he is there or thereabouts. What if he's powering up?
This is AI creating that.
Or he's having he's having a oil bath or something, and he's thinking, I'm just going to kick back for 5 minutes. And he's just this boring protocol droid. No, he's not a protocol droid, is he? What is he?
He's a
astromech droid, and he's having to screw some bolts onto some starship.
He's always doing the door panels, hence why in his dream he's so good at undoing them so quickly.
Yeah, and he's just doing some boring job, and he's thinking, let me just try and give myself a bit of... He's a desk jockey, not a disc jockey, a desk jockey, just there doing the same thing from 9 till 5 on this planet.
Door panels,
yeah. He's working for like a car factory doing door panels, and he's thinking, balls to this.
Yeah.
I need a bit of excitement in my life.
So he concocts his own story in his mind.
Yeah, everything.
And hopefully he remembers it and writes it down and becomes...
He concocts everything. So it's
a
all
crazy theory.
It's all in his mind. Everything is all... And because he's the hero of it all.
He is really, isn't he?
He is the hero.
Always there.
Yeah.
When we went to see Force Awakens, when you saw R2 for the first time, you got the cheer.
Yeah.
Do I buy it?
I'm not asking you to buy it.
I was actually pondering it and thinking, you imagine. But it links quite nicely onto mine, which I'll come on to in a minute, which is really bizarre.
How bizarre?
Well, let me tell you, right?
Okay.
Let me
tell you.
Is
this a crazy theory?
This is one hell of a crazy theory, right?
Go on then.
So in the trailer, right? Go back to the trailer and you see Luke, we assume, and I'm pretty certain, it's Luke's hand come out the rubble. Yeah?
Okay, right.
Okay? So that is a flashback. What if at the end of this episode, like Last Jedi, Luke was unconscious and it was all a dream? Okay.
So what you said? What you mean? The whole saga was a dream, or
as in, I would say Force Awakens and leading up. So because obviously the Under the Rubble wouldn't have been at the beginning of the first saga. So I'm going with the new saga.
Okay.
So it would leave episode 9 a bit boring.
Yeah.
But hey ho, they haven't got a story yet, and it's that. And then I was going to say, and then he's brought back around out of his coma by Han and Chewie coming in, and then Leia brings him out of his coma, and he's like, ah. And then
Leia kisses him.
No, Leia and
then Han goes off and shags Snoke.
Said Leia and Chewie. Leia and Han then introduce their children,
right?
Which is Rey and Ben, Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. He sees Kylo Ren,
kills him,
and panics like shit, and like You see, and it could just be like that complete end credits.
Well, so that'd be in episode 9.
No, that's be episode...
Oh, that's still episode 8.
Yeah, because you said for the Last Jedi, so it could be
right.
Or
okay.
you could drag it out if you wanted to and have it at the very end.
Well, you'd have to, because what else would episode 9 be about?
Well, because of his reaction when he woke up, he turns Kylo Ren to the bad side, and it all starts again.
So it could almost be like, so then they drop Rey off on Jakku.
Yeah, because
and then it could be like a
big circle,
the human centipede, couldn't it? The final
the
trilogy,
fourth centipede.
Yeah, the final trilogy just goes around eating its own ass.
You just keep going. Either way, with R2's story, it could be.
It could,
because every time you went back in the oil bath, well, you could link the two up.
Yeah, do like a crossover.
Yeah, R2 and Luke go skipping off down.
Yeah,
into robot relationships and all that.
No, I'd rather just have Snoke and Leia shagging, I think. And like crusty bits of him
he's got
fall
really
off.
like bony.
Yeah. It'd probably fall off halfway through.
But do you know what they were? They were crazy theories.
They were crazy
I was
theories.
sat there and I had to edit which ones I was going to do, because one of them I actually wrote and I thought, I can't even remember what it was now, and it was about Rey and Kylo Ren. And I thought, well, that could actually be. And I thought, well, that's not actually that crazy, but it's great fun. It is great fun to do.
I was trying to. I mean, you can do things like, Luke isn't Luke. Luke is actually a clone of whatever. All of those kind of things. I was actually looking online at some people's theories and how
there's a lot out there,
just
isn't there?
Mad some of them are, but people are adamant that this is the case. And as we've found out with a lot of things, when we start predicting things with Star Wars, that it's normally who's going to die, and same with like Marvel movies, you always think who's going to die, and then nobody dies. Nobody is in harm's way. Those kind of things. I just thought it was interesting to just try and go as mad as we can.
We could have been here all night, though.
We could have been. Absolutely, we could.
Just got one little thing. Are we at the end of the crazy theories?
Yes, absolutely.
No, I just want to bring this one up. It's only a quick one. They are bringing out a commemorative note that has been produced to celebrate 40 years of Star Wars. It's available on ebay.co.uk, and all proceeds will go together for Short Lives on behalf of Star Wars: A Force of Change. It is a UK-based charity that helps hospices and children with life-threatening and limiting conditions. eBay will run a limited 1,000 notes at £100 each, one for the serious collector, whilst doing good. So, have you seen them? The pictures will be on here when you're listening to them. I've put them up. It's just quite a nice idea,
isn't very good. So I know what I'm getting for my for Christmas from you then.
No, because I only read about it this morning.
Oh right, okay.
And yours is already ordered.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, that's good. Yes,
I thought it was worthy of mention.
Absolutely. So we are now literally a week away. So a week as we are recording this, a week today. Have you sorted out that you're going to see it on open?
Like
you're going to
a gig on the Wednesday night. It just all depends. So backup will be, we're recording the radio show, aren't we, Thursday? The backup will be that I will then, if I can't see it, if I'm late at the gig or whatever, for whatever reason, I will go straight after the show. Right.
Okay. I'm going to go to the double bill, which is Force Awakens at 9:00, I think, and then.
Oh, you got
the Last
double
Jedi.
Bill. Are you going on your own?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's quite a good way of doing it.
Yeah, so I'm doing that, but I'm a bit sneaky because my daughter was going to come with me. Then she realised she had an exam the following day, so that's fine. So I've changed her ticket into an unlimited ticket for my wife. So I'm going to have a spare seat next to me, so I can have a bit of space.
Yeah,
which would be quite nice.
Take a Star Wars duvet and wrap yourself up.
Yeah, it's going to be good. I've got my new Porg T-shirt, so.
So what are you going to do to keep yourself awake?
Well,
obviously
watch The Force Awakens.
No, but you got two. Well, yeah, but the thing is, you've seen it so many times. The Force Awakens. You're going to be in a warm cinema. You've been up since 6 in the morning before.
Yeah. Well, I'm thinking of when I get home from work, try and have a couple of hours of just some rest.
Yeah.
And but I think I'll be too excited. I think I'm going to be more worried about afterwards. I'm going to try if I've got a good signal to whack up a quick non-spoiler review on our YouTube channel, just very, very quickly, just what my sort of first fresh thoughts are. It's going to be more of the drive home, and then the getting up for work the next day, which is going to be the killer. That's going to be the problem.
You're going to have to dose yourself up on energy drinks, I think.
Yeah. But then I'm going to see it again on Friday. But luckily I'm finishing work early on the Friday, so I might be able to get a couple of hours kit then.
I'm off to see it again on the Saturday.
Yeah.
So.
And then I got again on the Sunday. So.
Yeah, but I'll be at work.
But then then we'll have to do the following week. Then we'll do our proper review.
Yes, absolutely. That will be That's No Moon.
Yeah. So I don't know what we'll do for next week's show. We'll just wait and see. But that's it for this week.
Yes, so if you've got any comments, what crazy theories do you have? Do please comment below. Likewise, the story about the new trilogy that Rian Johnson is going to be creating. What would you like to see if it's not going to be the Knights of the Old Republic? And when you do comment, do remember to press like, please.
That's it. And also come and subscribe to the podcast. You can get this on Apple Podcasts. Come and let us know how you're going to be watching and when you're going to be watching The Last Jedi for the first time. Are you going to the opening evening? Are you waiting until the weekend? Let us know. Just leave us a review. And also, like I say, subscribe. And anything else you want to see about us, come to pancast.co.uk. We're also on Patreon. So if you'd like to have a look on there, patreon.com/pancast.
Fabulous.
That's it. So we will see you again next week for episode 58 of That's No Moon.
It's a podcast.
And may the Force be with you all.
Always.